So yesterday we have discussed with the basic regular expression and the def command. So today we'll start with the next topic. Take on the next topic. Shell programming. Shell programming. Shell programming. Take down the definition for shell programming. A shell programs run in interpretive cycle. A shell programs run in interpretive cycle. That is the entire script is compiled internally. The entire script is compiled internally. Compiled internally in memory. And then executed. So here one more important topic, there is a shell programming. So what do you mean by the shell program? So shell programs will run in the interpretive cycle. So here the entire script, the entire program will be compiled in the memory and then it will going to be executed. So take down the next line, shell script. Take down the definition of shell script. Ugly one, no? Shell script. When a group of commands have to be executed regularly, they should be stored in a file. File. And file itself executed as a shell script. Or shell program. Shell script or shell program. In the next line. .sh. .sh is used and extension for shell scripts. So like in the normal C languages, are we going to use the extension .c in the same manner for executing the shell programs or the shell script? We are using the extension that is known as .sh. In the next line, take the example. Take down example. Is it visible? Take down this example. Bin sh followed by echo then come to shell programming, then echo today's date. Today's date. 1 ago. So this is an example for the shell script. So this is a simple program given as an example for the shell programs or the shell script. So here the file name just I have given as a script.sh. So I saved the file. So look here, there is a script.sh. By giving the name as the script.sh, I have written this example. So now we need to execute this program. In the next line, take down. The first line indicates the path where the first line indicates the path where the shell script is available. The shell script is available. Okay, so take down the next heading. There are two ways to execute. There are two ways to execute a shell script. There are two ways to execute a shell script. So take on the first one. Execute shell script. Execute shell script using file name. Execute shell script using file name. Below that one, take on run. So the shell programs can be executed in the two different steps or in the two different manner. The first one is we can execute by using the file name, or we can execute the shell script by specifying the interpreter. So first we'll see how we're going to execute by using the file name. So like run. Below that one, chmod command followed by +x. What do you mean by +x? We are giving the execution permission. chmod followed by +x followed by name of the file. So here I am given as a script.sh. Script.sh. In the next line, again I need to rewrite once again file name, that is script.sh. So this is the one method of executing the shell program. So again there will be one more method of executing the shell program. Take on second one. Execute shell scripts. Execute shell scripts by specifying the interpreter. By specifying the interpreter. So take out below that run. Below that sh followed by file name. So here I am given as the script.sh. Script.sh. Or I can execute either sh followed by script.sh or PASH followed by script.sh. Script.sh. So we'll see that sh followed by script.sh. So is that we got the output? sh followed by script.sh. So this is what we have written in the file that is known as a script. dot sh. So or we can use the bash followed by file name. What is the file name? Script dot sh. So for the same thing also, we'll got the same output. Next topic, ordinary and environment variables. Ordinary and environment variables. So here in the shell programs, we're going to see with the two different variable, that is the environment variable and as well as the ordinary variable. So we'll see that what do you mean by the environmental variable. So environmental variables are used to provide the information to the user. So like for example, home, in which directory the user is working, and path, in which path the program is executing, and log. What do you mean by the log? So is the logger. Who is the user which is logging into the system, and as well as the log name environment. So examples we are going to call it as the environment variables. Okay. So in the next line, take down. First one, home. First one is environment variable. First one is environment variable. Second one is ordinary variable. Second one is ordinary variable. So in the environment variable, take on the first example. Take down the first example. That is home. First example, home. You don't need to copy this one. I'll explain. First one, home. Take down. This variable indicates the home directory. This variable indicates the home directory. Second one, IFS. IFS within the brackets, take down internal field separator. Internal field. These are the examples for environment variables. Second one, IFS. IFS, internal field separator. This variable contains a string of characters. This variable contains a string of characters which is used for word separator. Which is used for word separator. If we need to separate any of the word in the string, then we are going to use the environment variable, that is the IFS. Take on third one, log name. Log name. Log name. This variable shows the user name. This variable shows the user name. Next, fourth one. Fourth one, mail, M-A-I-L. 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 This variable specifies the path to user mailbox. Path to user mailbox. Second one, fifth one, mail check. Fifth one, mail check. This variable determines how the shell checks the file. Determines how the shell checks the file. Sixth one, path. Sixth one, path. This variable specifies location. This variable specifies location. Below that example, path. Below that example, path / bin user. / bin user. Next, seventh one, PS1, comma PS2, PS2. What? No, just PS1 space PS2. PS1 space PS2. Below that one, take a PS1 is your normal waiting command. PS1 is your normal waiting command. Normal waiting command prompt. PS1 is the normal waiting command prompt. Below the PS2 is the continuation prompt. PS2 is the continuation prompt. So difference between the PS1 and PS2. So this is the waiting prompt and this is the continuation prompt. Next diagram. Eighth one, shell. This variable specifies the current shell used by the user. Next, last example, term, TERM. This variable indicates terminal type. So this is what the examples for the environment variable. Next to take ordinary variables. Below that one. A variable is a character. A variable is a character string to which the user assigns a value. Below that one becomes syntax. Variable is equals to value. Variable is equals to value. Below that one, take an example. So I will assign the x is equals to 50. So here x is the variable and 50 is the value I am assigning. Next, I will write it as echo followed by $value. What's the output we can get? 50. Followed by $x. That's a 50 will be x. Take to this example. Got it? ಯಾವುದು ಕಪ್ಪ ಯಾವುದು ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಶೆಲ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಆರ್ಡಿನರಿ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ just take note. A dot profile is a startup file. Of an UNIX user. So that is not important. Next to take down read and read only commands. Next topic, read and read-only commands. First one, take note, read. R-E-A-D, read. Within the brackets, take note, making scripts interactive. Making scripts interactive. Below that one, read command is used to take input from the keyboard. Read command is used to take input from the keyboard. Input from the keyboard. So below that one, take an example. Example. So take down this example. Take out this example. Okay. So I will execute the shell script programs. I will execute the shell script programs. sh followed by file name. What is so here? Just I'm given as a PROGRM program 7.sh. Okay. So here it will going to reading the person name. So here the name of the person. What's your name? So it will going to read it as a person. So here the name as the person it is reading. So hence the output can it as a given as hello followed by the person. So below that take an output hello person. Hello person. Hello any name you can give. In place of the person, you can give your name. That is the read command. Take on second one. Read only command. Read only command. This command can be used to. This command can be used to make variables read only. Make variables read only. That is read only. That is the user cannot change the value. That is the user cannot change the value of the variables. Value of the variables. Below that one, take an example. Example. So take on this READ and LY. Read only. Read only. Read only space PI. But is equals to here I am given the value as 3.14. I am given the value as 3.14. Enter. Echo $PI. So what the output we can get here? 3.14. So this is an example for read only. So read only, it is nothing but the user cannot be able to change the value. Whatever the value we have given in place of the value, that is variable is equals to value. Here the variable is the PI and value is the 3.14. So the user cannot be able to change the value. That we are going to call it as a read only command. So here we have discussed the read command and as well as the read only command. What is the difference between read command and read only command? Read command is a interactive, like user can change the names, but this read only command, it is not an interactive. Whatever the value which is given by the user, that only the printed. Next topic, command line arguments. Command line arguments. Command line arguments. Shell script can accept arguments from the command line. Arguments from the command line. Below that one, take note. Different shell parameters. Different shell parameter. So it is also an important question. What do you mean by the command line argument, and explain the different shell parameter. So here this dollar as dollar star, $0, $1, $2, $0, dollar at, dollar question mark. So these are the examples for the shell parameters. So take the first one. Dollar hash. First one. It stores the number of command line arguments. It stores the number of command line arguments. Second one, dollar star. It stores the complete set of positional parameters of a string. Complete set of positional parameters as a string. Third one, $0, 1, 2. 1, 2. These are called positional parameters which represents command line arguments. Next one, $0. Only $0. Don't take it as a point, so just take it as $0. $0. Name of the executed command. No. Just what is the $0 will going to be? What is the $1 and what is the $2? $0. Name of the executed command. $1. Store the first argument. $2. $2. Stores the second argument. Second argument. Next one. $at. Stores all arguments entered on the command line. Next, dollar question mark. Dollar question mark. Stores the exit status. Stores the exit status. Stores the exit status. Next, double dollar stores PID of the current shell. Stores PID of the current shell. What do you mean by the PID? PID. Processor ID. PID is processor ID. It stores the processor ID. Next, dollar not symbol. Dollar not symbol. Stores the PID of the lost background. Stores the PID of the lost background job. Lost background job. Let's execute one program. Below that one, take an example. Take down this example. Continue. Complete example for whatever all the things are explained on colors and other button. So complete things will be explained in the syntax. Complete shell parameters. ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ Submitted. Next again. SH followed by name of the file. SH followed by name of the file, which is followed by one text. Text. So by looking into this text, we need to get the output. That is, how many total number of parameters are there, and which is the first parameter, and which is the second parameter, and which is the quoted value. So that complete details we need to get. Yes, look into this output. So how many total parameters are there in this example?